Welcome gamers to Seaside Survival. I am Ryan and this is Seaside Survival. It's a brand new Let's Play series on YouTube with me, Ryan, playing some Minecraft. So, my hope is to bring you an exciting, family-safe episode as often as possible, showing off primarily interesting builds that I've been working on. We may do some mining, and we'll definitely have a lot of adventure. So let's get started. I wanted to show you around. First stop, the Lighthouse. This is where I live. This is my base in the new 1.18 world. So Minecraft just released the 1.18 world generation, and with that came incredible mountains. The Caves and Cliffs update. I am very stoked for the new cave generation and the new mountain generation. So this is a world that I've been playing on my own realm with some friends for over a year now. And when the new terrain was put into the game, we had to make some new builds in that new area. So we moved very far, like very, very far away from the base that we had originally and who we are by the sea. So let's start off by taking a look at the lighthouse. Now, when we moved way out here from our original spot, we did bring some things. I brought my ender chest, and I brought some goodies along with it. I've got a couple shulker boxes, some diamonds to my name, and some nice tools. If we look in my inventory, I've got wings and some decent armor. But other than that, we've got a fresh start here. I've been playing in the last month or so and have gathered some things here in my Tower of Power, my lighthouse, but for the most part we started fresh, aside from the real quality of life stuff like the wings. So this is my storage room. This is at the base level of the lighthouse. The lighthouse has 3 stories and the top. Now the top is really special because it works. It's a real light up lighthouse. How cool is that? So we go inside the front of the lighthouse, and this is our storage room. We've got all of our important belongings lined up here on the wall and hanging from the ceiling. So I have a little auto sorter, or an auto smelter here, where you can put bulk stuff in the chest, which feeds it into the furnace. And then I've got a hopper here that feeds coal into the furnace as well. And then, of course, the output is here in this chest for me to put away and arrange when I'm ready. But I do like getting XP from furnaces as well, so we have regular furnaces over here. Check out this sunset. Come on, you can't beat that, can you? The view from here is amazing, and we're only on the first level. Down here I've made a bit of an automatic farm. So this is a sugarcane and bamboo farm, and you can see that it's already productive. This was my latest build, and the idea here is that this stuff will grow all on its own. I'll be at my base at the lighthouse as often as possible, so this stuff will grow even if I'm not immediately down here in its vicinity. And when it grows up to these guys, they observe it and trigger these pistons. The piston breaks the plant, and down below we have a minecart that's going around and collecting the drops. So, pure profit, basically. On the second level, we've got our enchanting stuff. How cool is this? And look at this stuff on the floor. It's musical. Can you hear that? When you walk around up here, bells ring. We've got some dripstone and some brewing capabilities up here. Of course, that's where my bottles go. I've got nether wart here. Books throughout. a little nether wart farm over here for brewing stuff. And an anvil in case we want to name stuff. Going upstairs further. We've got the top level. Of course, I keep my dragon egg up here where it's safe. And let's sleep. Aha! It's morning. Hello. So this is the top floor. The view will leave you breathless. It's awesome up here. To be honest, I'm not finished up here yet. This is supposed to be my bedroom, and I've kept this very much open so that I can fly from wherever I'm adventuring and land up in my bedroom when it's time to sleep. Ow. So what should I put in here? Leave it in the comments if you've got an idea. So far I'm kind of using it as a trophy room, 1, and a bedroom, 2. I've got a crafting bench. That's it. What else should I put in here? Of course, that's where the guts of the actual lighthouse are. Let's see if I can get up there. Okay, close. Aha, here we go. So you see I've got some redstone repeaters and redstone dust with an infinite loop going on here to perpetually trigger these lights and give the lighthouse its swirling effect. And just like that, through the magic of technology, you don't have to see me struggle to get out of there. Okay, let's continue the tour. So, we head up the hill here, and you may have noticed this. We've got another house up here on the hill. That's CJ's house. Like I said, I play on this server with a couple of buddies, and you may see them from time to time. There's CJ right there. And he's got a baby. Look at that. You may see the other guys on here occasionally, building along with me. So, over here, we got some really good luck with village generation. We found this area initially and loved it for the mountains and for the ocean, but there's also a double village. So this village spawned up here at the top of the hill. There is not much to it at this point, to be honest, but we do have our butcher. We have a butcher here, and that guy. That guy. Anyway, so we continue down the hill here. We've got another house in here. And then down here we've got another village that spawned in. How awesome is that? 2 villages right next to each other. What luck. And it's really fun to build around it because having 2 villages really populates the area and gives some life to it. So let's take a look around. Now, I'll be honest. I've made some modifications to the village. Villages don't look pretty. Let's be real. They don't look pretty right off the bat. So I've done some stuff to pretty them up. For example, the gardens. We're growing carrots. I did have wheat here, but I think the villagers replaced it all with carrots. That's fine. Eventually we'll get some gold and we'll make a lot of golden carrots and eat them. Down the hill we've got more houses, and I've built some cool little hobbit holes into the side of the mountain. So villagers live here, and as villagers have been getting really good jobs, I've been fencing them in to their specific houses. Like that guy. Not that guy. What is he doing in there? Like this guy. This is Booker. He's a librarian. We make trades with him. I'm hoping to get a mending book one day. Later, Booker. Well, yeah. So you can see our town square here is quite the exciting place. We've got farmers, we've got fishermen, we've got blacksmith, we've got a campfire, and we've got, of course, the town bell. It's an exciting place to be. Over here, we've got some animals. I don't know why they're all crowding around over there, but at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. I've fenced up the entire area so that mobs can't spawn and walk in. We're pretty safe here up on the hill. I've protected the villagers as much as I can possibly protect them. I've also hidden torches strategically in the ground so that the place stays lit up and mobs don't endanger us here. Now, if 2 villages next to each other wasn't enough, check this out. Boom! 3 villages. Yep, another one had spawned in here on the water. Now it's a little bit inaccessible, so these villagers are a little lonely. They don't get out much, to be honest. But we're gonna fix that one day. I put in this path so they could at least get from one side to the other, and one day I hope to connect it properly to the other 2 villages and have a bustling community here. One thing that you'll find I also like to do here in Minecraft is machinery. Yep. So for the most part, I enjoy building, and I enjoy organic building, we'll say. For example, making an organic house right into the side of the cliff, or making custom trees. I do like to do that stuff, but I do have a mechanical side as well. I like to make some machines. Let's go in here. This is our machining district. Here we have an auto farm, and I'll show you just how that works in a moment. And this is how we replant our auto farm. So you'll see when I pull the lever, water's going to come down and flood this whole area, pushing all of this wheat into a hopper system so that I can collect the wheat in seeds and then replant and make pure profit. Over here, eventually, I think it's going to be a sheep farm. Yeah, I want to have a special place for the sheep with an auto shearing system set up so that we can just make chests and chests full of wool, dye it up, and use it in builds. So I think that that's where it's going to go. Now this comes out up here. So I'm thinking it'd be cool to put in a build right about here that then goes down into a basement, which can be found in here, and this is where we would collect the wool after it goes through the system. More on that later. But first, let's make a flood. Now, as you can see, that stuff is now being filtered down into this chest, and it's pure profit. So we'll come back later and reseed our soil here so that we can grow more and more. Of course, that wheat is going to be really helpful with making more sheep and making more cows. We're going to expand this area later on, but for now, that's what we've got. So what else is there? As we fly into the sunset, there's a really cool area around this land that we've built up the start of our base on. We're going to go and check that out, but first we need to sleep. Ow. Ow. First we need to sleep. All right. Now that we're rested, let's head out. Over this way through the valley, we've got an amazing plains biome. You guys ever remember Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda game on the N64? The giant meadow out in the middle, Hyrule Field? That's what this reminds me of. It's just a big, hilly, open space, and I have tons of ideas of what can be built here, but I do love that it's just an open meadow. I kind of want to keep that characteristic. I'm thinking eventually I may build some stuff into the side of the mountain here, overlooking the meadow, and put in a really beautiful path that travels from our seaside village over here to the inland village. Over here, we've got a few more villagers, although some of their houses are in some pretty precarious spots. So we haven't come over here and done much yet, but eventually, eventually we'll help these guys out. Of course, this is the caves and the cliffs update, so what would the cliffs be without the caves? Check this out. This is actually really close to our base, so we can definitely build in here. Ow. Check this out. I'm envisioning an entire village in here. Machines, castle stuff, you name it. We're going to be able to build some really neat things in this cave, as well as do some amazing exploration. Look at the side of this cliff face. How fun is this going to be to build on? We've got a lava waterfall here, of course. Seriously, this is a really fun spot, and I've had a ton of fun so far building this spot up. But I can't wait to build more and have you along for the journey. So leave a comment if you like it, leave a like if you like it, and pass it along if you know someone who would enjoy a series like this. My main goal and my main concern with this series is honestly just getting ideas out there, spreading creativity, having a community, and being part of the awesome Minecraft community that's already out there. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.